Happy New Year, people. New year, new you. Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint. It is July 1st. It is a new year for the Australian businesses. And I'm just heading to Railways thinking about what are you going to do differently this year, Clint? What are you going to do to make your business better? What are you going to do to make your life better? What are you going to do to make your relationships with your family better? What are you going to do to make your relationships with your clients better? What are you going to do to reduce your risk, increase your profits, and just make changes? And I think that a lot of times we have these New Year's resolutions in life. We're gonna, lose some weight, stop smoking, get married, make some changes. This is the year, you tell yourself, and then, January 6th, you're punching a dart and just having a Big Mac and just wondering what went wrong. But I don't think enough of us are setting New Year's resolutions or making plans around what we are going to change in our business life. And this can be as an individual professional, this can be as a business. But what are you going to do differently this year so that you can set some intentions around the year so that you don't have the same year that was? And, there's a saying along the lines of, the definition of idiocy or stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's probably not the right quote, but we're just whiteboarding this. And so if you've had a year that you didn't like and you're not happy with where you are, doing exactly the same shit that you did for that year, again for another year, just means that you're going to have another year's experience of not having a good year, and eventually you'll have 10 years experience and you'll have a bad decade and you'll end up where you're going. And so for me, I'm thinking about, is the main focus this year turnover, or is it bottom line profit? Can we have a reduced sales budget and remove some clients from our roster that we don't like dealing with, or that aren't paying us on time, or that treat our staff badly? And we've got the kind of values in line, no dicks allowed, leopards and spots. We don't deal with people that we don't want to deal with, but maybe there's market segments that we don't want to deal with. Maybe we don't want to sell certain things. Maybe we want to reduce a service. Maybe we want to go into another market. Maybe we want to increase a service. We're looking at everything that we feel will make the business better and the time at work better for the people that work in the businesses. And so I encourage you, if you care and if you want, use this as an opportunity, as a trigger to go, am I going to keep working for that builder? Or am I going to keep that staff member, that toxic staff member on board? Or am I going to finally deal with it? Am I going to stop the business altogether and go get a job? Like, what is it going to be that makes you happy, that's going to be different from the year that was, so that you can have the year that you should have and the year that you deserve, right? We've finished with the government fluff and the support of, pandemic payments, and, we should be moving into an undisrupted market, and I think it'll be very much a market in most areas that rewards quality behavior and punishes shitty behavior, I hope. So what are you going to do to take advantage of that? What are you going to do to have the best financial year you've ever had? Or are you going to do nothing? Let me know. I'm keen to hear your point of view on this. Put it in the comments. What's something you want to do this year that is, better than last year or different than last year? Or are you happy with what you're doing and you're just going to basically copy and paste and then punch out another successful financial year? For me, it's not in concrete, but the gist of this year is going to be around bottom line profit rather than top line revenue, which will be driven by our reduced involvement in commercial supply, which is where we don't make any money. It's kind of a bit of a, what do they say in golf? Drive for show, putt for dough. This year we're going to be putting for dough. We're not driving for show. We've had enough of that, and the reduction of that interaction or involvement with commercial businesses, I believe, will, and that's only some, there are some that we have very, very good relationships with, but I believe will ensure that my staff have a more enjoyable time at work, and it will give me a lot more flexibility with my time to be able to actually set the charts for the decades that come. So let me know. Anyway, I've got to listen to some Elton John and head up this expressway, so I'm going to leave you. Have a wonderful day, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and I'll talk to you real soon. Hey Google. Play I'm Still Standing by Elton John.
Alright, I can play that on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, or iHeartRadio.
Jesus.
Which one do you want to use?
Spotify, please.
Okay, asking Spotify to play I'm Still Standing by Elton John.